All right, let's try 4 problems in total here. All right, give me the answers to these 4, and then we'll hopefully move on to something else after this.
Okay. I have a question for the top
Yes.
4. Is it 4 subtract or is it 4 -8?
So the wording would be, if I were to read this out loud, it's 4 subtract 8, but we talked about changing this into 4 plus -8.
Yes. So it's
Even though it says, even though it's subtraction, it's really a minus operator. And
okay. I got the answer. For the
okay,
top
give me whichever one you want.
for the top one.
Good.
Yeah, that one.
All right.
So for what I got was -4.
Okay, keep going.
For the bottom one, I got so I got +4.
For this one down here.
Yes. Wait.
Okay. Try that one more time.
No, sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry. It'll be 5, +5.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
The top one is -3 because I subtracted. Yeah.
When they're the same sign, though, you add the numbers without the sign.
Yeah. So 6 plus 3 is -9.
Yes. Okay.
For the bottom one, is it -7?
It's like the first one. So
Okay,
it's
so I got it
it
right.
you can,
So I got it right. So
what does
it's
that become?
so since they're both different numbers, it'll be +2. Because
Very good. Okay, so we're really close here. Let me throw in another little wrinkle here. All right, so here is another type of problem that you will see. 4 minus a -3. And whenever you see a double negatives, this is new stuff. When you see a double negative, it becomes a positive. 4 plus 3. Have you seen that before?
yes, I have. Like it's like 2 negatives and one turns into positive.
That's right. If there's 2 negatives right next to each other, the double negative becomes a positive. So this ends up being 7. So it could be something like this also, like, and here's another example, like -5 minus a -3.
So be so be -5 plus 3.
Yes, and now I want you to do it from here. You've got 1 negative and 1 positive. Tell me the result, please.
1 negative and 1 positive.
Yes.
So am I subtracting or adding?
Well, they're opposite in sign. Okay, so opposite in sign means that you first determine the sign of the answer, which is further from 0, -5 or 3, +3.
-5.
So the answer is negative. Then you
Yes.
take the numbers without the signs, and you take the larger and subtract the smaller.
So 5 take away 3 is 2. -2.
Yeah, so your answer is -2. So do you need a reminder on the rules or do you feel like you have them down?
I have them down.
Okay, let's do another one. 6 minus a -9.
So, so 6. So that's going to be a regular 6. And then the 9, since it's a negative, it'll be a positive. So 6 plus +9.
Okay, what does this equal?
What it equals is +15.
15, good. Okay, once we get all this down, we're gonna move into more complicated problems. This is so critical here. So let's go -3 minus a -5. 5 minus a -2. Could you try these for me, please, on your own?
-3 plus 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. Plus 5 and 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2. Okay, I got the answer.
Okay.
So, do you want me to explain how I solved
Nope,
it?
just give me your result.
Okay, my result is the top one is +8. Wait, no. Let me see. Yeah, 3.
So that negative stays with the 3.
Yeah, and then I added, so the 5 is a negative, so I put that one into a positive.
Right, but it's -3 plus 5.
Yes. That's,
Okay.
yeah, because I put 5
Right,
into, yeah,
so you have one positive and one negative. When they're
yes,
opposite in sign, you first determine the sign. Which one's further from 0, +5 or -3?
5.
Okay, so the answer is positive, and then you take the numbers without the sign, and you take the larger and subtract the smaller.
So that's 2. I forgot that stuff.
We're gonna get this. So how about the bottom one? What does it become?
Okay, so, so give me one last second real quick so I can fix the problem. 5, subtract 2. Okay, I got it. It's, so I got +3.
For the second one, but if the double negative becomes a plus, then it
Yes,
becomes 5 plus 2.
yeah, 5 plus 2. Then
They're
I did,
same sign. They're both positive. If nothing's written, it's positive.
oh, so my other answer was right. 7.
Yeah, it sounds like maybe you have a case of just not trusting yourself. I would rather you have more confidence in your answer, even if it's wrong, than being uncertain. Okay, you ready to do a couple more?
Yeah.
You're gonna get this. This is why we're doing this. Once you get this, it opens up all the other stuff that we need to do. Okay, go ahead and try these for me, please.
Yeah. Okay. So, -3 plus 8 equals 2 6 3 subtract 8 equals. Okay, I got an answer. For the top one, it's 2.
5 plus -7, which is further from 0, +5 or the -2, -7.
-7's farther.
So the
So,
answer has to be negative.
yeah, so it's
And
negative.
then you take the numbers without the sign, larger minus the smaller.
It's -2. Is it -2?
Yes.
Okay. For the bottom one, I got 5.
So it's -3 plus 8.
Yeah, and
It's
then since
it's
they're both different numbers, I did positive, so it's gonna be a positive number. So I did 3 subtract 8 because they're both different
no,
numbers.
so you can't say it that way. You have to go 8 minus 3, the larger minus the smaller. It
Yeah,
has
8.
to be from left to right. It's
Yeah,
really important that we use the right words.
yeah.
Really, really important. Imagine telling someone to turn left instead of right, and they walk into a wall or something. It could be bad. You play sports,
Um, yeah,
and so you play. I think you said you play flag football, right?
yeah, I played with my brother.
Well, if the play is designed to go right, and the blocking scheme is over here to the right, and you run left, what happens?
You'll probably hurt yourself.
Right. And so that's what we're talking about. That's how important this is. Now, I know it's just numbers and it's simple numbers, but that's the importance of this. Did you ever hear about there was a satellite that went to Mars? Did you know that it crashed into the surface like 20 years ago?
No.
And all it came down to was like a small like sign error, basically. Like it's that important. Like we don't want to crash the spaceship into the surface of the planet because of a small sign error. That's the importance of this. That's why we got to get this down, and you will. You totally will. So let's try a few more. Let's go -6 minus 3, -10 minus a -4. Give these a try, please.
Okay. Okay. I hope this is right. So for the top one, I got since 6 is farther from 0,
Are
it's
these are these are these opposite sign or same sign?
opposite. So I know 6
But
is
well, so this is really -6 plus -3. Now
yeah,
these are same sign, negative and negative.
yeah. So
So
since
you keep the
3,
sign.
yeah, so keep the sign. And so I got for 15, I added 6. So 6 plus 3
Okay,
is
good,
9. So I
good.
got -9.
Yes, yes, very good. Really good. Okay, I shouldn't have jumped in. How about the next one here?
Yeah, I did that basically. And then
Good.
so since 10 is the farthest number from 0, so the number's going to be negative.
Okay,
So -6.
you got it. Really good. Okay, so let's add in some complexity here by adding more operations. So something like this, -3 -4 minus a -9. Okay, so we're just increasing the complexity by putting more of the same in. But what you do to solve a problem like this is you first figure out what this is.
Yeah,
Minus,
I know. I know. So it's -3, subtract 4,
what does
subtract,
that become? Are they same sign or opposite sign? That's where
um,
all the
they're
practice you've been doing but
3 and the 4 are different signs. Well,
they're both negative. -3 and -4.
so they're both the same.
Yes.
And then so you'll see, so the number will be a negative. So it'll
Okay.
be 3 plus 4, which will be -7.
Okay. And then you got minus a -9. So the
Yeah,
double negatives become positive. -7 plus 9. Could you simplify that for us, please?
so it'll be negative, wait, no, +2.
Yes. All right, let's try another one here.
Okay.
4 minus 5 plus 2.
4 minus 5, 4. So is that -4 or is it -4?
So whenever you see a minus, you can change it to 4 plus -5.
Okay.
You can always do that. Or if it's a double negative, you change it to a plus.
Okay. So 5 is bigger, so it'll be a negative, and then it'll be 5 plus 4, which is 9, and plus 2, which will equal negative 9 plus 2. Okay, I got the answer. Do you want me to show you the steps
Nope,
or?
just one. What is 4 plus -5? Just tell me that.
So 4 plus -5 is -9.
It is not -9. One is positive, one is negative. What do you do when they're different signs? You've got the negative right, but then you take the
Oh,
numbers without the sign, you take the larger and subtract the smaller.
yeah, the larger subtract the smaller, which will be -1.
There you go. Then
And
you
then,
bring the +2 down.
yeah, plus 2. 1 plus 2 will be +3.
Nope. One's positive, one's negative.
Oh my gosh. Um, so since they're both they're both different, so you do it with 1 subtract 2 without the signs. So 2, so it'll equal 1.
Yes, very good. Okay, so here's one for you to try on your own here. -3 -2 plus.
Okay, I think I could get this.
Okay, give it a try, please.
-3 plus -2 plus 4. Both the same signs, so of course it's going to be negative. There's a 5. Bring down the 4. They're both different signs. 5 subtracts 4 will be negative. Okay, I got the answer.
Okay, what is your final answer?
My final answer is -1.
Yes, very good. All right, let's increase the difficulty a bit more here. Let's go -4 minus -3 -2 plus 6.
Okay, so -4, subtract -3, subtract -2, plus 6. 4 subtract 3 is 1, -1. Then subtract -2 plus negative. So this is only 2 subtract 1 plus 6. That's 6. Subtract 1 is. Okay, I got my final answer.
What is your final answer?
My final answer is +5.
Okay, so let's take a look here. -4 minus a -3 is really -4 plus 3, which is -1. Did you get that?
Yes, I did. And then after that, I brought down my 2 plus
But they're
6.
but they're both
Then,
negative, so this
yeah, they're both,
becomes -3
yes.
plus
Negative,
6.
yeah, plus 6.
This is not 5. It is positive. I like that, but
Oh,
what
wait,
does this
wait.
become?
It's +3.
Yes.
I messed
But
up.
that's okay. You're way more improved than you were last lesson, and from the beginning of the lesson, you're making a lot of progress. So we're gonna keep going here. We're just gonna need more problems. These are challenging. They're meant to be difficult.
-1, subtract
Okay, give that a try, please.
plus -4, subtract 3. These two are the same, so 2 take away is -4 plus -4, subtract 3. 4 plus 1 is 5. Subtract 3. Wait, that's negative. So it's so it's 5 subtract 3 is 2. -2. Okay, I got my answer. I
All
hope
right.
it's.
What is your final answer?
So my final answer is -2.
Okay, let's take a look here. -1 minus a -2 is +1
Yes, that's what I got. Wait,
plus -4.
ah, plus
Do you want
negative.
to do you want to redo your calculation?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna
Okay.
redo calculation.
Okay. Go ahead and redo it. That's fine. It's okay.
You full difference of 4, check 1, which is like 1 is 3, -3, subtract 3, both different. Okay, I think I know where I made a mistake.
That's okay. What's your new answer? Give me your new answer.
So my new answer is 0.
All right, let's take a look. +1 plus -4 is -3.
Yes, and then
Now
subtract 3.
these are same sign though. It is subtraction, but it's really -3 plus -3.
Mm, 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 mm. So plus -3
Yes,
equals -6.
-6. There you go. You're gonna get this. We're gonna keep doing problems here, and this is the foundation for everything else we're gonna do in math. So you have to get this down. 9 minus 7 minus a -2 minus 5.
-7. Wait a minute. Oh my god. So 9 plus -7, subtract -2 plus -5. These two are different, so 9, 2, 1, 7, -2, subtract -2 plus -5. 2 subtract 2 is 0. 7 plus -5 equals -5. Okay, got my answer.
What is your answer?
Um, -5.
Okay, let's take a look here. 9 minus 7 is 2.
Yes.
Double negative becomes +2.
Yeah.
What is 2 plus 2?
2 plus 2 is 4.
Okay, why don't you change your answers? Definitely not -5.
So 2 plus 2 was 4. So 4. Oh yeah, that's where my mistake. 4. Subtract 5 is 1. Okay. I see where I made my mistake.
Okay, what is 4 minus 5?
4 minus 5 is 1.
Not 1. What's
Negative.
Yeah, it's -1. Now, if you wrote -1 and said +1, please tell me that because that's different. But if you truly wrote 1, that is a problem.
Okay.
All right. What do you think the struggle is? Like, do you think it's just too many rules? Do you feel like you're just going too fast? Like, give me some feedback here.
My feedback is that sometimes I get confused because it's like 2 subtracts 5, or it's probably 2 and I have to like switch it a little, and then all of a sudden I just get confused on my work.
Okay, let's keep going here. Keep getting this. Um, Now we haven't talked about this, but I want to do something new here. Let's say I put the number in parentheses.
Oh, I seen that. And it's like
Okay.
at school, it's like you put the parentheses together to make it 4, like multiply 5 instead of the multiplying sign.
What the parentheses with the plus in between or the minus, the issue here is that the parentheses are not needed.
They're not?
They're not needed. Yeah. So we're going to talk about when you can drop the parentheses. You can
Okay.
drop them when there's a plus. So first possible is if there's a plus, you can drop them.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So now in this case, it's just 4 plus 5, which is 9. Now, what if we put like -3 plus -6? Is there a plus between them?
Yes, so you don't need the parentheses.
So it becomes -3 plus -6. What does that become?
-9.
-9. Good. Okay. So the issue here is, what do you do if there's a negative in between, like -5 minus a -6? Okay, so you can actually drop the parentheses, but you still have that double negative.
So you turn the 6 into a positive, but then there'll be different signs, so you do them without the sign. So you do 6 subtract 5. What?
Okay,
6
yep, that's true. This is 6 subtract 5. That's actually correct. What does that become?
6 subtract 5 is 1, so it's
Yeah,
negative.
there you go. Right. So you basically can drop the parentheses if there's a but you have to keep track of the signs basically.
Yes.
Okay, so let's try this here. Let's say it's -3 plus parentheses -5. Okay. So again, you can just drop the parentheses. You don't need them. Could you
Yes.
try?
So it'll be plus is 8, so -8.
Yes. All right. Let's let me keep going here. Put some other problems. Let's say it's -1 minus a -3 plus -5 plus 2. Okay,
So
so what I've done here is just I've tried to introduce a few things. You still work it left to right. You're still going to work on this part first. You can drop the parentheses. There's nothing there, but just keep the negative with it. Give this one a try, please.
plus 3 plus -5 plus 2. And so 3 subtract 1 is 2 plus -5 plus 2. 5 take away 2 is 3. -3 plus 2. You subtract. So it's 3 take away 2 is 1. -1. Okay, I got my answer.
All right, give me your answer, please.
My final answer?
Yes, yes.
So my final answer is -1.
Okay. All right. So negative, this is really -1 plus 3
Yeah,
plus -5 plus 2. So the first one here is 2.
yes, that's what I got. And then I did
Okay.
plus -5 plus 2. So those two equaled -3 plus 2, which equaled -1.
Good. Really good. Okay. You're doing great. You're doing great here. So let's look at some more here. Let's go -4 minus parentheses -5 plus -6
-1
minus a -7.
plus 5 plus -6 plus 7. 2, so 5 take away 4 is 1 -1 plus -6 plus -6 plus 7. 6 plus 1 is -7 plus 7. Subtract, which is 0. Okay, I got my final answer.
Okay, go ahead.
My final answer is 0.
Right. So this is -4 plus 5, the double
Yeah.
negatives become that, plus -6 plus 7. Okay.
Then I have to
And
do 5, 4, and 5, which equaled -1. And then plus negative
this is +1 though. Why is it +1? Which is
because
further from 0.
5.
So do you want to change your answer?
Um,
Why don't you rework it from here?
so what I did, so 6, so there are two different numbers. So 6 take away 1 is 5 plus 7. 7 and 5 are the same. So 7 plus 5 is positive 12.
Okay, but it's 1 plus -6. You got to do it from left to right.
Yeah, so 6 take away 1 is 5.
but it's negative 6.
Negative.
It's negative.
So -5
Yes.
plus 7. You subtract them two. So 7 subtract 5, which is 2.
It's positive 2.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Keep doing. You do appreciate your effort. You're working really hard. Um, it's not easy to do what we're doing. All right. Go ahead and try that one, please.
4 plus 3 plus -7. 1 plus 2 is -6 plus 3 plus -7. Since I choose 6, subtract 3 is still 3 plus -7 plus -7 plus 9. Wait, no, not 9. 7 take away 3 is -4. Okay, do you want me to lead you through the problem or my final answer?
Just the final answer.
My final answer is -4.
All right. So I'm going to work through this here. This is -6 plus 3 plus -7. So it is not -4. So why don't you take a look at this? Did you write down -6?
Yes, I put negative
Okay.
plus 3 plus -7.
Okay. So these are opposite in sign.
Yeah, so I subtracted 6, which is -3.
Okay. So it's -3 plus -7. These are now same sign.
No, wait, they're the same sign?
Yep. One's
Like,
negative, -3, and then -7. You're adding them together.
why did I do this? 7 plus 3 is -10.
Yes. -10. Okay. Good. Let's keep going here. I don't want to introduce anything new until we really get this down. -4 plus -5 minus -7 plus 2 minus 9.
Okay. -4 plus -5 plus 7 plus 2 plus -9. 4 and 5 are the same sign, so 5 plus 4 is 9, -9 plus 7 plus 2 plus -9. These two are different signs, so 9 take away 7 is -2 plus 2 plus -9. Two different signs. So that'll be 0 plus -9 equals -9. Okay, my final answer is -9.
All right. I think that is actually correct. That's really good. So this ends up being -9, double
Yeah.
negative plus 7 plus 2 minus 9.
And then after I did, since them two are different, I subtracted them, which equaled -2 plus 2 plus -9. So 2 plus 2 is 0 equals -9.
All right. Good job. Okay. All right. So great job on that. There's a small thing we can talk about in this to kind of, we'll just go through this. -1. Well, actually don't want to do that yet. Let's keep going with a few more of these examples. Let's go -5 plus -3 Minus 6 minus 2
minus 5
plus negative 9.
negative 3 plus negative 3 subtract plus negative 6 plus negative 2 plus negative 9. 5 plus 3 is 8. Negative 8 plus negative 6 plus negative 2 plus negative 9. 8 plus is negative 14 plus negative 2 plus negative 9. 14 negative 16 plus negative 9. Okay, my answer is negative 25.
Take a look here. So yeah, a lot of negatives here. They're actually all negative. Negative 8, minus 6, minus 2, plus negative 9.
And then I did 6. Since they're both, it'll equal negative 14. And then 14 negative 2 goes negative 16. Plus negative 9 equals negative 25.
There it is. Good.
Oh, I got 14. Okay.
All right. All right. So let's talk quickly about multiplication. So not to be confusing, but if you take, and these rules are different for multiplication and division. You probably already know these, but a positive times a positive is a positive, and a negative times a negative is a positive.
Yes.
Okay. So whenever they are same sign, see how these are same sign?
Yes.
The answer becomes positive. It's always positive. Now, if they're opposite in sign, like let's say you have one positive and one negative, this becomes negative. And if you have one negative and one positive, it becomes negative. So this is where it gets confusing because if they're opposite in sign, it's kind of like different rule. It's like the rules for adding and subtracting are flipped here for multiplication division. So you have like a new set of rules to remember here. And that's where this gets really hard for a student. Now we've done a ton of practice, so I think you'll be okay. But um, this is good to get down. And these apply for both multiplication or division.
Yes.
All right. So let's try this. What if it's -5 times -3? All right. Notice I'm just putting them in putting them in parentheses just for my own clarity, but they're both negative.
It equals positive 15.
Okay. All right, very good. How about -3 times 6?
It equals, let me look back at my notes. It equals negative 18.
-18, good. Okay. Now it goes a little further here. Like let's say it's -2 times -3. What does that become?
Negative 2 times negative 3. 2 negatives equal to positive. So it equals a positive 6.
Okay, so now if we multiply by -4, These are positive 6. This is positive 6 times a negative 4. What does that become?
It equals negative 24.
Very good. All right. So what some students do is they count the number of negatives and they use that to figure out the sign of the answer, or they do like we did, which is do the intermediate calculations.
Yeah. I just took notes and I just copied down what you wrote at the top, like
Excellent, excellent.
stuff like
So
that.
let's do -5 times -1 times -3 times 4.
-1 times -1 times -3 times 4. These ones are -5 times -3 times 4. Positive 15. Wait, two negatives equal a positive, so positive 5. Mm.
All right, we do have to close out here. So -5 times -1 is 5, and -3 times 4 is -12.
Yep.
5 times -12 is -60. -60. So we'll pick up here on Thursday with more of the same. You're doing great here.